Hey everybody, it's Tori from Polly's Crochet Creations. So, what are we doing today? Well, today I am going to show you how to descale a Keurig coffee machine. Now, I know that every Keurig coffee machine is completely different. There's the one that I have, which is the normal Keurig, and it has I'll show you. Hopefully you can see this. Yeah, hopefully you can see this. So on my Keurig, it has the on-off button. It has the 6, 8, and 10 ounce. Now it has the descale mode, and it has add water. The reason I'm showing you this video is because I completely forgot how to descale the coffee machine, and it, after running like several containers of water and vinegar through the Keurig machine, I realized I made a mistake when I was cleaning my Keurig machine. So this is so that I remember how to do it. Now, what I usually do is I start out by emptying the reservoir, and the reservoir comes right out. So you pull it and you just empty the water. Okay, I've already descaled this, and I'm just showing you this for so that I remember how to do it the next time. Anyway, so you're gonna want to lift this piece here off and just kind of set it up on top. Now, if you look here, you're gonna want to do 2 cups of vinegar to 1 cup of water. You will have 3 cups. Let's use the vinegar that I used before to finish it off. And this is another funny story. I didn't think I had any more vinegar, but I found another container in the back, so now I have 3 containers of vinegar. And would you look at that? It's almost 2 cups. This, I believe, is recyclable, so I will rinse this out. Yes, I will rinse this out, and I will put it in the recycling, which is over here for now. I do have another container of vinegar, and I usually just pop a little hole in there because I don't want a lot coming out all at once. So almost. And it doesn't have to be exactly right on. That's close enough. So there's the 2 cups of vinegar. Wipe up the vinegar on the counter because I spilled it. So we're going to put this over here. And then you take a little bit of water. So you want 1 cup of water, and I just do this very slowly. And I fill it to 1 cup. So you'll have 3 cups all in total. And that's 3 cups. So I'll just show you. So I've got 3 cups here. So we're going to take this and we're going to pour it in here. Make sure it all goes in there. I take this off. You can wash this in the sink with hot water and soap. Now, this is the crucial point. Put this here, back on there. Okay. This is the crucial point. When you're doing this, you need to make sure that the machine is off. When I was doing the descaling, I completely forgot that I had to have the machine off when I started the descale mode. Okay. So you're going to want to hit the 6 and the 10 button simultaneously. Whoops. Do that again. So 6 and 10. Hold it for 30 seconds. And it'll start with the descale will flash. And the 8 button will flash. Okay. Then you just hit that. So now it's going to pour the water from the reservoir into the machine. I've already had like probably 5 cups of coffee since I descaled this. And all you have to do is just keep hitting the number 8. So it'll do this brew. And see, it's still getting more gunk out of there from yesterday. Okay, now it's stopped. So now it's flashing again. As soon as it stops and it starts to flash, the 8 light starts to flash, then you hit the brew cycle again. And I think you can get probably 2 or 3 brew cycles out of here. I think it's more like 3 brew cycles. So, and then this way, when I have to descale my coffee machine again, I can actually watch the video and remember how to do it. But like I said, the crucial point is when you're descaling your machine to make sure that your machine is off. And then you hit the 6 and the 10 button simultaneously, and that'll put you into descale mode. Okay, so you only can get 2 brews out of this. Now, you see, I got quite a bit of dark water out of that, okay? So now, sometimes I do 2 vinegar washes instead of just 1, but for today, because I descaled my machine yesterday, today I'm just going to do the 1 descale thing. So I dump this water out, I rinse it, okay, and I take whatever is left in the reservoir. Try not to do what I did, just dump it in the sink. Okay, now you're going to want to rinse these pieces off. you're actually going to want to wash them. I washed them yesterday. So you take your container, give it a good swish, try and get as much of that vinegar in there out as possible. Now you can like I said, you can wash everything down, wipe everything off. And what I do is I take the reservoir itself and I will fill it with water. The only thing that I use in my Keurig machine is the bottled water. I do not use tap water. I have not used tap water ever since my wonderful sister bought me this. So here you have a max line right there, okay? So you're going to want to try and fill it there to the max line. Or a little bit below. I try to go a little bit below. So. And take your lid, put it on there, and then slide this in here. Okay? Now you're going to take your container. Now you can use a metal container. I use this glass container, which works wonderfully. So it's flashing. Now you're going to go through the regular water cycle. And like I said, when it stops and it flashes, you're going to hit the brew cycle again until you have no water. And like I said, I know that each Keurig is different. My Keurig is different to my sister's. My sister has the slim. Mine is just normal Keurig. And I recently moved the Keurig into the kitchen. I used to have it in the back where I did videos, but I decided to move it into the kitchen because lately, with me having the herniated disc, I go and sit in the living room a lot. So instead of running to the back to do a coffee, I have it in the kitchen now. So it's flashing again. The Decale mode, as you can see, is still flashing. So you're just going to continue to hit the brew cycle until the Decale mode turns off. And as you can see, we did get some more brown stuff. Yesterday, all the calcium and crap came out of there. Today is just coffee that I've made over the last 12 hours. But like I said, I put 3 of the 2 cups vinegar in 2 cups. 2 cups vinegar and 1 cup water. I put 3 of them through there, not realizing that, hey, I needed to have the machine off and hit these 2 buttons here to start the brew cycle when it was off for the Decale. Yeah. So I'm just going to leave that so I can show you. Now, if you want, you can always run an extra thing of water. That's entirely up to you. Just to make sure that all the vinegar taste is out. And, which I might do. I might just do another brew of water. because the more you brew the water, the lighter this water will get, and then it'll be clear. But you keep going until that descale light comes off. When the descale light comes off, then you're pretty much done. And I know this has nothing to do with crochet, but I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that and pretty much a little bit of everything. I make charms, I make stitch markers, I make necklaces, I make earrings, and I do a lot of yarny stuff, crochet stuff. Now, as you see, the descale light is off. Okay, so I have completely descaled my coffee machine. So I pour this out, and what I'm going to do, and I don't have to rinse this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that there. I'm going to refill the reservoir. This is just an extra step that I like to do, just to make sure that it's clean completely. And you can do this or you don't have to do this. I like to do it. So I lift this up. No wonder I left the coffee pot in there. Oops. That's why I was getting brown water, because there was a coffee pot in there. Make sure you take the coffee pot out. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cloth and I'm going to wipe the inside a little bit here, and wipe things down. Wipe the little spokey thing that has coffee grinds on there, because I forgot to take the coffee pot out. I don't know if this comes off. This here, if it pops off, I don't know. I also like to wipe the bottom of this, make sure that I got it all, and then I wipe down here. I clean the tray, I clean the lid in the reservoir, wipe down there. So we're going to put this here. I'm going to close the machine, and you see it flashing. I'm going to hit 10. Now, so like I said, make sure you don't have any coffee pods in there. When you go to descale your machine, make sure the coffee pod's out of there. Make sure your machine is off before you start doing the descale mode. The descale mode, you press the 6 and the 10 button. Simultaneously, the descale will start to flash. Once the descale starts to flash, then you can hit the number 8. And then keep doing the number 8 until the descale mode comes off. And this is how you descale your Keurig. And as you can see, the water is coming out clear. And there's no gunk in there. And if you ever get a chance to get a glass or metal measuring cup, I prefer glass, but you can also get metal. So this brew cycle's done. Then we're going to lift it up. It's going to flash again. And like I said, this is just an extra step that I like to do. You don't necessarily have to do it, but this is what I like to do. And you keep brewing until the add water light comes on, and that's the top light here. the add water light. See, and there's still some chunkies that are coming out of the inside of the machine. So, like I said, it's just an added step that I like to do. I know you can't see my face. I wanted to concentrate more on the machine than on my face. I'll pop you up in a minute as soon as this brew cycle's done. Because by the time this is done, then add water light should come on. I love my Keurig. And for the longest time, I never drank coffee. Because in 2016, my husband and I quit smoking, and one of the triggers for having a cigarette was drinking coffee. Now, as you will see, let's just pull this out. Pop that there. We did get some more gunkies in the water. Coffee grinds and stuff. So this doesn't smell like vinegar now. This is completely cleaned out now. I've wiped everything down and it says add water. So now we can just turn off the machine. Okay. I'm going to empty the reservoir. Okay. Be right back. Now, I use natural spring water in my coffee machine. It tastes so much better than the bottled water, or than the tap water. I find the tap water has a chlorine taste, and I really don't care for it. So that's one bottle. Usually this, if it's completely empty, will take 2 bottles, I believe. And then I can get at least 2 cups of water, or 2 cups of coffee out of this. Not quite to the max, but it's good enough. So that is filled. Then I pop the lid on. And pop this in here, and then pop this in here, and there you have it. That is how you descale a Keurig coffee machine. I know that Keurig Slim, it descales differently than the regular Keurig. You have these big, huge Keurigs, combination Keurig pot and a Keurig coffee, like a coffee pot and the coffee machine, where you can get 1 cup. Those descale differently than my Keurig. This is the Keurig that my wonderful sister Deb bought me, and yeah. And who knows? Maybe I'll grab my video equipment and go over to my sister's place and descale her coffee machine, because she has the Keurig Slim, and I will try and figure out how to do her coffee machine. So I hope this helps for you to descale your coffee machine. It will definitely help me, because in a couple months when I have to descale my machine, then I'll watch my own video and go, okay, this is how you do it. So I want to thank you for watching my video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, just click on the subscribe button, click the bell icon, and click on all on the bell icon. You'll be notified of more videos to come. I do have, if you want to donate to my channel, I do have PayPal. Now, PayPal, anything that gets donated to my channel will go back into the channel. I will let you know that now. So I will leave the link for my PayPal. And if you find something on YouTube that you're interested in doing or want to do, don't quit. Keep trying, because eventually it'll be like a light bulb goes off in your head and you'll be like, oh, that's how you do it. You all have a great day, evening, weekend, wherever you may be. And you guessed it, you know it, it's coming. Keep on hooking. Thanks for watching the Keurig descaling video. Greatly appreciate it. And have a great day. Bye for now.